This is a red line train to Howard. Doors open on the left at Edison. Standing passengers, please do not lean against the doors.
Hello class, it's Professor Hatter. Hope you can hear me. I'm here at Wrigley on my Saturday after work. I'm here at Wrigley. Wanted to take the opportunity to come here during the off season and take a look at the construction. I'll show you in a minute here. And take a look at the team store. Now I did a little field trip the day before, or yesterday from when I'm recording, to the Michigan Avenue store and took a look at the new 2019 spring training / batting practice hats. So I know Major League Hats, his orders for those hats have gotten canceled by lids over and over. Very unfortunate, of course, but he made a good point that, you know, you can't make the comparison of the 2018, I'm gonna say the P word, Pro Light spring training batting practice hats to the new 2019 hats. Like, you can see that they made the transition, or they went back to the diamond material mesh for the hats. But I got a chance in person yesterday to take a look at them. Made kind of a video about it, but I want to come here to the team store and take a better look, see if I can make a better video. So let me show you here what they're doing. Okay, so right now we're on, pretty sure Clark. Pretty sure we're on Clark. And this is Gallagher Way. This used to be like a quote-unquote parking lot. Back before the 1060 project happened. That's the kind of like the moniker name, the operation name for renovating Wrigley. So the Ricketts building on tradition. So they've done a really nice job with renovations to Wrigley. The one thing I don't like what they've done is move the bullpens off the field. That was a very Wrigley-esque thing. Very few stadiums have that nowadays, if any, have that nowadays, where they have the bullpens on the field. I mean, I know that the memes and all the videos out there of the Cubs bullpen, you know, dancing in the bullpen underneath the bleacher, that's been a huge internet thing, but I just like the old way of the bullpen on the field. Anyways, so the Gallagher Way, that's where the team store is, and the bar. Also, that's where they house the World Series trophy I'll get to in a moment. So what they're doing now this year, to be honest, forget what they did, what they're doing. Of course, more renovations on the sides, increasing, and I think the main, if I remember right from the Cubs convention, the biggest renovations will come to the upper decks. So that's where they are right now. So in the 400-500 section, they'll be taking a look at increasing the concession stands, more restrooms, like a almost 70% increase in restrooms. The crowd went nuts when they heard that. So that's the renovations they're doing now. So they've been doing a lot of good renovations to Wrigley in the last 5 years, I think. Really, it's been maybe 3 to 5 years. It's been a lot of really good renovations, especially coming from 2015. That was the big start of the 1060 West or 1060 project. So this year, 2019, the Indians are hosting the All-Star Game in Cleveland, and it's coming off of a string 3 in a row of National League teams. If you're new to baseball, it's usually every year they alternate between AL and NL hosting the All-Star Game in the summer. For some reason, even the last 2 years when it was in Miami, then in DC, 2 National League East teams in a row, I didn't get it. So this year they're going to AL finally, which is nice. So we'll get the D, or maybe we've always had the DH. Anyways, screw that. Anyways, but Wrigley has not hosted the All-Star Game since '91, I believe. 91 or 92, somewhere in the early 90s. I'm gonna post up here which year was right. So I know the Blackhawks hosted the All-Star Game in '91 themselves, but I forget. I think it was 90 or 91 for the Cubs. Anyways, we have been hosting a long time. San Diego has hosted twice. I think Cleveland is going to host twice within that time. Yankees have hosted twice, but only because of the old Yankee Stadium going out, which I understand. But Wrigley hasn't hosted in a long time, so it is way overdue. 2020, the Bulls will host an All-Star Game, and it will have been since 2003 that the White Sox were the last team to host any All-Star Game in Chicago. So it's way overdue for Chicago. And the Cubs and the Wrigley Field is going to be due. So I'm predicting about 2022-ish. After 2 more World Series trophies, we'll be hosting the All-Star Game, going on to a 3rd World Series title that year. Anyways, let's go on to Gallagher Way. Alright, so Gallagher Way here, like I said before, used to be a parking lot, but now it's this like really nice park where, I'll show you in a second here, is better in the summertime. Alright, so this is Gallagher Way, like a little park. You can see it's not in the best condition right now, but hey, it's the frozen tundra right now in Chicago. But this is a really nice like family area. I know most other baseball stadiums aren't centered right in the heart of their town, their city. I know Boston is right in the middle. New York, Yankees are. Those are the ones I've been to. But there are other places like, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. But other places like Miller Park for the Brewers is, and I know from pictures, the LA stadiums are kind of like out of nowhere. Like they're in the area of the city, but they're not actually in the city. So kind of at a disadvantage sometimes when you're in the city. You don't have a lot of room for a parking lot. But this used to be the parking lot. And quote unquote parking lot. But they turned this into a really nice like family area. Got the team store over there. That's the Motorola area. There's like a Jocelyn jewelry store. And then over there is the Motorola kind of like section. They're the sponsor to the house for the 2016 World Series Champion Trophy. And over there is the Brick House Clubhouse, named after Jack Brickhouse, who was a really big announcer, more of a kid announcer for the Cubs during the 50s, 60s, and into the 70s.
Jarvis fires away. That's a fly ball, beat the left, back! That's it! Hey! He did it! Ernie Franks got number 500. A line drive shot into the seats and left. The ball tossed in the bullpen. Everybody on your feet. This is it. Whee!
So this is Gallagher Way, really nice area. There's like you have to get into here with a ticket. It's a real hassle, to be honest. To get into this area, you need your tickets, and then to like get out to like the team store there, you still need your ticket to get back in once you've left. And it's just a real hassle, to be honest. And then you have to get into right there. The Gallagher Way sign there, that's an entrance to the stadium. So it's kind of a nuisance for showing your ticket all the time. But I get it for security. And right over around here would be Ernie Banks. And right around here, to be honest, I forget which statue it is, but this is the third baseline, so it should be Ron Santo. But I think it's Ernie Banks here, Mr. Cub. I think they moved him, so I can't really tell. But this is the Gallagher Way, so let's get to the team store. So let's get to that area over there. So there's been a lot of like other changes in the Wrigley Field area. We've lost so many great amenities and commodities. We've lost Taco Bell, 7-Eleven, and McDonald's. So somehow they have a Jayhawk stupid thing going on here in front of the brick house. Just a little bit closer up here, show another side of Gallagher Way. And more of Gallagher Way, it's a company. I don't know what they do specifically, to be honest, but I actually applied there once, but didn't get the job. That's okay. Looking from this side, this whole building is new to the area. Ricketts bought that land because, I mean, they're stinking effing rich. So they bought that land, and that's a lot of hotel real estate up on top, and then on the bottom is some restaurants. That a barbecue place right there, fantastic. Went there with my brother and sister back in September of 18 on a game we all went to. Very, very good pulled pork. The big hotels. And then actually, those are the a lot of executive offices for the front office. And then that's the big jumbotron in the front, where it'll show all the Cubs games on WGN, forever, and sometimes Comcast Sportsnet, or if we're being in prime time on Sunday night, that's ESPN then. Alright, the clubhouse store, Cubs store. Let's take a look on the inside here. These are like just one. This is just one side of the hat rack. So this is the hat wall here in the cages. A lot of the old school 70s Cubby logo. American Needle, not Eagle. Fantastic hat company. They do historic hats right. Which one do I want? Oh, yeah. So it's still a fitted hat. So it's still a fitted hat, as you can see. But there's like no like logos on the side or back. It's all on the inside there. So yeah, it tells you what year it's based off of. The company was started in 1918. And then the irony, made in Bangladesh. But yeah, really look into American Needle hats if you're into historic hats. There's always more, guys. Ooh, would you look at that? Seven and a half. Come on. There we go. Best I can do to say here. A nice diamond weave technology here. You can call it tech, but in the store here, very nice finish. You see the diamond mesh. Now that's compared to a Pro Light with no diamond tech. I didn't really get a chance to, in person right there, do a review of the two hats side by side, only because I was a little self-conscious of the environment there. Too many people walking around. I'd look stupid more than usual. But my impression of the 2019 hat, I'm gonna guess it's similar to the 2017 spring training and batting practice hats, only because it looks like what it was before. It kind of felt like it was what it used to be, and I think that New Era just reverted back to what they were good at. And they were good at the Diamond Tech, kind of a structured hat. More looking at especially the backing, it's the structure that gives it more of a, fit to the head rather than, kind of that floppy Pro Light material. I mean, I like it, but some people don't. I understand. I haven't worn a Pro Light 5950 in a while. The hat I have as a Pro Light is a 3930 stretch fitted. So completely different structure and form to the hat. But there's just a little bit of a different look and feel, I think, with the Pro Light kind of being a little bit lighter on your head, hence Pro Light. Technically it's dry fit material, but the 2019 hat feels a little bit more structured. It feels snug to the head. It's nice, but to be honest, I would have gone with the Pro Light stuff more than the Diamond, the 2019 stuff. Just because, I mean, hey, guys, these are batting practice and spring training hats. These aren't going to be used on the field during a opening day or World Series game. These are just meant for, hey, let's just throw on a hat and, sweat it up, call it a day, So I don't understand why there's so much, anger and hate for the pro lights when they serve their purpose pretty well, to be honest. So that's just my, in-depth take on the hat, on the two hat designs. Alright, class, that's it for now. Thank you for joining me on the Wrigley tour, and see you another time. Class dismissed.
Baseball season's underway. Well, you better get ready for a brand